Okay, I'm going to do a video on the cooling system for a Triumph TR6. Okay, this is basically your setup. This would be the discharge off your pump, your thermostat, your pump itself, the impeller. Okay, and one of the first things I'm going to do is, or I have done already, is I'm going to shorten this stud. This stud that goes into this hole that holds the pump on is a little too long, and it actually protrudes down into the circulation area of the pump. So I took off about 1/4 inch of this stud right here. You can see the length, and I'm going to put the shorter stud into this hole. That's one of the things I'm going to do, and I'm going to put some good sealant on there, high temperature sealant, to seal it so the pump doesn't leak. The next thing I'm going to do is, when you look straight down in here, you'll see right down in that hole, right down there, you'll see a orifice, and that is a bypass circuit. So you have water that's not going to the radiator, and it's being recirculated right there in the pump. So what I'm going to do with that is, you can see it right down in this hole here. I took a stainless steel bolt with an Allen head, and I'm going to thread it down in there. And so that's what I'm going to do. It's not a tapped hole. I tried to put a tap down in there, which it didn't work too well because the tap wasn't long enough to come up past this flange. So what I did was I got a stainless steel bolt and used it just like a tap. I would go in and out, back and forth, and it worked pretty well. I've got it threaded in there now, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the housing on the car. So that's the second part that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a good high temperature water sealant on that as well, and probably an RTV. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is your housing, your pump, will send water out this line here. Okay, so that'll bypass your radiator as well. And this water goes through your intake manifold and preheats your combustion gases that are going into your combustion of the car, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch this line off, the hose off here. This hose actually goes through the intake manifold, then comes around and tees into a pipe that the heater feeds as well, and it comes back into this orifice here at the bottom of the pump. So it winds up being a large loop, right? And it's bypassing the radiator. So but it preheats the air for the car. It preheats the combustion gases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch this off as well, and try those three things and see if that doesn't help me get a little more circulation to my radiator and help cool the TR6 a little better. I've done some other things to it, but these are what I'm focusing on right now. We'll just see how they work. All right.